Alright, so moving on then, we're going to move to Squad Seat then, and we're going to ask you some hot questions about today's culture and some things. And so I had a first question for you. I want to know, it's been a little over a month since Pokemon Go came out.
Okay.
And I want to know, is Pokemon Go dead?
You know, I too came addicted to this game when it first came out.
Like most people.
Well, as
it
the
became
world did.
quickly the most popular app on the App Store and the most downloaded game ever in the App Store.
You know, this topic actually comes up more than you'd expect, but like, I don't believe.
Honestly, no.
Yeah.
Honestly, like this topic is everywhere.
Yes, it is. It really is. From my opinion, it's like any game, really. It's not dead. It's going through a rough patch, because, I mean, when it first comes out, it's something new, it's something exciting, it's something we've never had before. But once the people who made the apps don't stay on top of updates, it kind of gets boring, because you're doing the same thing over and over again. So
Niantic Labs is
the
company that's...
So I think what's happening right now is just people are kind of getting tired of, like, the constant just swipe up to catch the Pokemon, walk around to hatch the eggs. But no, I don't believe
they have updated a lot.
They've
changed, like, the tracking system.
The sightings and nearby.
Everybody still hates.
Yeah. But yeah, from my opinion, I don't believe it's dead. I think it's just going through a rough patch. I think it will come back eventually. I personally don't play it anymore just because it's a very time-consuming game.
I think it's dead with the masses, but I think there's going to be that one group of people that will always play.
But there's always that group in anything that you come across. There's always going to be that group that's like, never let it die and keep it alive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What did you say the name of it was? Niantic?
Niantic Labs, yeah.
If you're listening, Niantic Labs, all I want is to face my friends in battle. That's
and like traditional Pokemon battles.
Exactly!
Like,
not this whole
not where you're like tapping the screen and then swiping to dodge.
Oh my
Like, I want to be able to cast Sand Attack on somebody and lower their speed.
Accuracy.
God, did you just out-Pokemon me?
Oh my god!
Accuracy. Mud Slap is accuracy and speed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I need to teach my Pokemon that. Jeez.
And Pokemon Master over here.
And it does damage. Not much, but
it's been a while since I've played any. Besides Pokemon Go.
Once Pokemon Go came out, once I got tired of Pokemon Go, I kind of found my old Game Boy Advance, popped out Pokemon Ruby. I played 8 straight hours.
I'm so tempted to go back to Sapphire, because that was my game.
Dude, Emerald's where it's at.
Hey, I have a trading cable, so we each have... Well, you don't have a Game Boy. So
I have a Game Boy.
You do have a Game Boy?
I have a Game Boy Advance SP, that's it.
Oh, so you have an Advance, so I just use batteries. No charger needed.
Oh, you son of a gun! That's what I need to do. I need to go in to like GameStop.
I think it's like right up there. I have to have like
you have
a DS.
Game Boy charger?
Yeah, I probably have like 2.
Can I have one?
I mean, probably.
Can I borrow one?
The charge cord for like the SP and the original game are the same, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's just that big bulky one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it should be the same.
Because like I when I was growing up, I only had an SP, and then like 3 of my brothers had SPs.
Yeah.
So like we had like 4 Game Boy SPs in the house.
SPs were the best.
And then we had like something like 40 game cartridges and like vacations or something in the car. Like that was my jam, just playing games.
Wait, is the SP the one where it's
that
like
folds.
a square one?
Yeah, and it folds.
Dude, I've got that in my car right now.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's okay. So, me, Jack, and Joe, my 2 other brothers, of 6. Well, not 6. Whatever, doesn't matter. We all got Game Boys. This one, Christmas way back in the day, and Jack had a red one, I have a blue one, and then Joe had a silver one. Both of those have broken, but back in the day, like, it was the bomb. I mean, it was so fun.
Oh,
just, like you said, like, road trips and everything.
Like, especially when, like, you're young and, like, you can't stand being in the car for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Like, and then I think we had a couple DSs, and then we also got a 3DS when it came out.
Oh, shit.
Which was pretty, like, the 3DS was sort of, like... mix-up. I thought it was a lot of fun. The one game we had on 3DS was Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, the remaster in HD for 3DS.
Yeah.
And that was actually my first Zelda game I played.
Really?
Yeah. And, like... Dang, what? I mean, still a fantastic game. Like Ocarina of Time. I've played some other Zelda games now, but that is still, because that was my first one, that is my favorite Zelda game. Like, it was so good.
Shout out to Twilight Princess, that's my favorite. And
Really?
my first. I love Twilight Princess. You know?
Shout out to Mario Kart.
Okay, no.
Oh my
Because I never played Zelda. What's up? Oh, dude. But you can't deny Mario Kart is still, like, one of the greatest.
It's probably the best game ever made in the world.
Easily.
You have a question?
Oh, yeah, you know what?
We got off topic from Pokemon Go, but,
I mean, like, yeah.
Whatever.
You can spread it out. So, obviously, the best movie of all time this year has been Captain America Civil War.
That's debatable.
Don't even fight me on
Oh
this.
my god.
Don't even fight me
okay.
on this.
Well,
but I'm not...
You know, I did... It was probably my favorite Avengers movie ever.
Oh, it's the Avengers movie. Look at me. I'm Chrisitan.
Okay, but it had all the Avengers. Was it not like an Avengers movie?
Okay, but you could say the same thing about like...
Can I just ask what was the question? I kind of...
Oh, right. We yeah. Okay. So not like to ask what your thoughts were on Captain America: Civil War, but more what were your thoughts on Tom Holland's portrayal as Spider-Man?
All right, that's a little better because you know my opinions on that movie.
Yes,
not my favorite.
I strongly know your opinions.
Yes. You know, I'm one of those people that hates it when movies go through so many actors for one character. Obviously,
like James Bond, that makes me so... Because I can never keep the actors straight.
Obviously it has to happen because,
right.
People get old, they can't play the same character and stuff like that. Some people pass away. I think he's going to play Tom Holland. I believe he's going to play the character very well. He's the right age. He has the right personality. He has the right traits. Just as... From a comic book standpoint, he's going to probably portray it very well. He is a young actor, so... We don't really know what to expect from him in that way. But yeah, I think he played it very well. And I think in the future movies he'll play it.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for the rest of the Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming they're going to make more movies off of... Because they introduced the character and then they're going to, like, pull a franchise from it because that's what Marvel does.
Dude, with Doctor Strange coming out this November...
Okay,
Multiverse!
Doctor Strange looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
Doesn't it?
What happened to Guardians of the Galaxy?
That's coming.
Because I love that movie, and I haven't heard anything else about it.
2017, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Because, like... That was probably my favorite Marvel movie of, like, the past 2 years.
Yeah?
Was Guardians of the Galaxy. It was...
That's fair.
Dude, Captain America Civil War.
Oh my God,
but, like, I don't know, I just... I like space, and, like, I like the... Sort of like... Because it's like a classic, ragtag group of people getting together, taking down the bad guy, kind of thing.
Cough, cough, Suicide Squad. Cough, cough.
Which sucked.
Which actually came after Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It did not suck.
It didn't suck, but it, like, sucked,
I don't follow.
Okay, this is how I look at it. The new introduction of characters and their storylines was the most interesting part of the movie.
I wish we had more backstory.
The actual plot line to the movie was awful.
The plot line
There
was
was
horrible.
no substance. It felt thrown together. It felt chaotic. I couldn't concentrate on one thing at a time.
Yeah. You're too busy looking at Harley Quinn. You're like, what's going on?
Gosh, her ass shots.
Oh my god!
I feel like her what were they? Her shorts were
just
going
up farther every scene.
Exactly. Every time.
I remember I actually leaned over to you and said, "I was like, are they just pulling them up like an inch every time she comes on camera?" Because I think that's what's happening.
At the end, it's just like a freaking wedge. Oh my god!
I thought for Suicide Squad at least. I thought Will Smith did a great job as Deadshot.
Oh, you one of them deaf hoes.
I think if they make just a Deadshot movie now, I would watch that.
Dude, I would so watch
like,
that.
hands down. He was my favorite character in that film. So good.
They'll give me another million, because you're a dickhead.
Like, I know it's not like that big of a deal, but like I still think Joker should have been in it more. I know some people did not,
but it was a setup for another
I know
Joker film.
That's what I'm saying also. But like I know a lot of people didn't like his new character, the new rendition of his character. But personally, I loved the actor for it.
Jared Leto.
Was perfect. Little backstory on that: I read somewhere that he refused to see the cast of the movie except for while they were filming. Because he was so involved with... Like, he didn't want the cast to know him as anything except for the Joker.
Wow.
That is weird.
No, I heard he was super pissed about this. Apparently, he put 6 months of work into being the Joker, and then only 5 or 10 minutes of it actually showed up in the movie.
They actually had about 30 minutes of footage, but they cut it all out because of time's sake.
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Which the movie already had a 2-hour runtime.
Was it really?
Which I was like, and they still crammed a whole bunch of stuff in, and they left out a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. And I was like, if you're gonna make a movie that long anyways, just leave all the good backstory stuff in and make it 3 hours. I don't care.
Yeah. You know what I'd rather them do is, a lot of people hate this, but I'd rather have them make it just, don't try to cram everything in. Mm-hmm. Make it the right spacing for time, the character development, and everything.
And maybe a decent plot.
Leave us on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Because then that leaves room for extended plot. I mean, it gives producers and directors a lot of time to think about what they want to add in the next movie.
Get some feedback from fans.
Yeah. Get the feedback from the fans, what they want to see, who they want to see, what they don't want to see, who they don't want to see, and stuff like that. So, I would prefer them to just kind of, just let us learn about the characters and the story, and then, just leave us on the cliffhanger. Leave suspense for the next movie.
And so another question. Have you been watching the Olympics? Keeping up with it some?
I actually, I have. I'm a big Olympics fan.
What's the favorite sport in the Olympics that you like to watch?
Ooh, favorite sport
that you like to watch.
That I like to watch. That's a tough question. I'd say this year, I've really appreciated diving, just because, some of my adventures are cliff diving this year. So I actually got into diving a little bit more this year, and just the technique and the practice, if you actually watch what they're doing, the difficulty that is to perform.
I watched one of the YouTube highlights of the two American guys that got a 97.
Oh yeah, they did
they were perfectly in sync, and I was like, holy cow, that is amazing.
Yeah, it was insane.
What about you, Sam? Do you have a preferred sport you like to watch?
Oh man, I've just been watching the YouTube highlights.
Oh my goodness. Yes, he is that guy.
I am that guy. It's nice to meet you. My name's that guy. Anyways, I don't know. I guess my favorite sport probably would be running. Like we said at the beginning of the episode, me and Tim just started out doing cross country, so kind of figuring out the fundamentals and techniques of running. And after seeing the state finals for track and field this year, I don't know, running's kind of become something I'm interested in. And so watching Usain Bolt win
the third medal in 100-meter dash, yeah.
Gosh, he's so fast.
Which it was something somebody broke it down. He's running at 26 miles per hour.
Oh yeah, his max is
jeez.
That's fast on a bike,
right? That is crazy.
And actually, I forget what speed exactly, but a speed just above that at some point is when the muscle actually starts tearing away from the bone.
Really?
So it's getting to the point where athletes literally cannot go any faster because
it will
physically they can't.
Them.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I heard that I don't know. I was curious about how fast he could go, and it was 26 or 28, and then I was like, but how fast can a human go? Apparently, this is online, so take it with a grain of salt.
Wikipedia,
just some weirdo can put it up anywhere, but apparently, a person could run at a speed of about 40 miles an hour. It's possible.
That's no telling what their body condition would be in aftermath.
Would
they even have any body?
Just going to set that world record in the Olympics, I'm gonna die.
That's probably what would happen. They would probably die.
Could you imagine? Just your legs, just they give out. They just could not handle that speed.
Personally, most of the Olympics I've been watching has been whenever my mom has had it on and been watching it, and she's watched a lot of the gymnastics, and I've got to admit I really like watching that just because the the diving, the artful minute, and how dedicated they are. It's pretty incredible, what they can do, all those flips and such.
Yeah.
Actually, Simone Biles, she's actually starting to be considered one of the greatest of all time gymnastics.
Oh yeah, she's
really?
crazy.
Yeah. Just because of her overall scores and
how old is
skills.
She? 16 or something?
What the crap?
She's 16 or 18, something like that. It's
what are we doing with our lives?
We're making a freaking podcast.
Look where they're at.
Katie Ledecky, who
won
the 800-meter freestyle by 12 seconds.
Holy cow.
She's only 19 years old.
She is going to be insane. No, there was a picture online, and it had Katie Ledecky when she was like 6. She was getting an autograph
Yeah, from
from Michael Phelps. And yeah,
Wait,
No, it was from a previous
No.
Olympic gold medalist.
no, yeah, it was Michael Phelps.
Was it Michael?
Yeah, and then it had a picture below where like Michael Phelps was trying to get an autograph from her.
Oh,
So it's like from getting an autograph from your legend to giving one to him.
that's awesome.
So,
That is really cool.
My opinion, I think she's gonna have more medals than Michael Phelps by the end of her career.
which would
feel
be
like-
impressive.
Yeah.
Because, like, he already set the record for most medals